today we are going to discuss a totally new topic, how to pass objects itself as arguments in C++. So far we have been learning we can pass integer or character. Now we are going to pass the objects itself as arguments. As we know, all C++ program begins with a class. Let's say I have created a class called family. As we discussed, whatever we write in the class is not available to the main function, as this is totally available to the class family unless you have some public variables which are allowed to be accessed by, let's say, family, first family, let's say first, something like this. Now you know that you can create an object called first only when you have created a constructor in which you need to put in, let's say you have some private variables of a family, let's say integer income of the family or integer, let's say income, and let us say the eldest person's age of the family, let's say age, something like that. Now we can initialize income is equal to 0 and age is equal to 0, something like this. This is what we were doing, remember. Now if you don't want to write anything here in the default constructor, that's also fine. Now let's say I have to pass in the first, the income is like 10,000 and age is equal to 78. Now that means it is a constructor with arguments, so I have to write family, then I have to have integer, let's say income. For income I will put it, for age I'll put a. These are arguments. In this we are going to say that income is equal to I, and then you can also say age is equal to a. This is how you can achieve a constructor with arguments. Now let's say you have a family first and a second family also, where you have different income and age is also different. Now I want to create a third family. I will call this family third. That's all. Now I want to say third dot add all. I want to add the first family's details and second family's details into a third, and you want to store it in the third family. So this can be achieved by creating a function which is written here. It will be looking like this: void add all. Now what you are going to pass? Two types, that is family type. Family, let's say I, comma family j. You are going to write the program within this. What you are going to say is here, the income is equal to I dot income plus j dot income. Age, you will say I dot age plus j dot age. Now this is how you can pass the objects itself as the arguments. Let us practically see how this can be programmed in a C++ program. Now let us take the same example. I am using DEV C++, Borland C++ free software. Then let's say I am beginning the programming. So instead of typing in, I am just cutting and pasting. These two lines are required for the program. Now you have a family in which I have age, income and expense. I have put 3 variables. Let's say I have like this, and after that, like we discussed in the public section, the first thing you can do is you can create a default constructor which looks like this. So I put it there, here. After that, let's say this is done. After that, I am going to create a function which is called add all. Just now we discussed. So I create a function called add all. Add all is like you are adding the income of 2 families, and you are going to use this as a function. And initially, if you want to pass on the income, the age and income of the family, you can create a constructor with arguments which looks like that. So I put this here, family see that this you are basically passing these 3 things, that means age, income and expense. Now the programming part is over. Now coming back to the main section of the program, is like, let's say I am creating a program which looks like this is the main. I have a family, father, I have this is the age and income and expense, and I have created another family, father, mother, and I say father, mother, add all. Add all means it will take these 2 as the objects and it will add everything together. That is what it is doing. Now like here, it was adding all 3 things together. Now let's say I want to also, I can also see father, mother, show all variables. I can create a function to just display whether things are going fine, worked fine or not. So that means, I have to create a function for this. This has to be in the main. So this will be the main. now I have to create a function for this, show all variables. So show variables I have already written, so let me bring it into this. It is simply printing out see this show all variables means it is just printing out age, income and expense. Now if I execute this program, let us see what is going to happen. I just give a name to it. So here it is giving an error. This is because I integer is missing, integer main. Let us execute it now. Now here it needs, at the end of the class you need a semicolon. It is also done. Now you can see that the age is equal to 150, income 400. So it must have added, see 100 plus 50, 150, 400 and 600. So that is what it did. So that means instead of passing the integers as argument, now we can pass objects itself as argument. Thank you.